प्रथमे राजेश भाई को अनुरोध करी अंकर पाठ करेंगे। धन्यवाद राजेश भाई। आज जॉइन करथिबा समस्त छात्र को नमस्कार। विवेकानंद केंद्र कन्याकुमारी संबलपुर शाखार आज एक उत्सवर दिन। आज आम पालन करूँ भारत जन महान पुरुषंकर जन्म दिवस। आम केन्द्र जार जन्मदिवस पालन करूँ विषय तो मुझे आप कहि आगे गोटे कथा चाहे विवेकानंद केंद्र कन्याकुमारी मुख्य उद्देश्य है मैन मेकिंग प्रेक्षी स्वामीजी कहते नेशन प्रथम तुम तुम देश को भल पाइबार निश्चित भाव में तार उपाय राष्ट्र गठन केमती भाव केवल युवक उद्देश्य उद्देश्य आम जीवन कौन सब कार्यकला सब विषय आगे उपस्थित महामनीषी सुरेंद्र साय जी की पश्चिम ओडिशा वाटीर जड़े भारतवर्ष नेताजी नेताजी सुभाष बोस। सुरेंद्र साय जन्मदिवस आज 213तम जन्मदिवस और नेताजी 25तम जन्मदिवस। प्रथमे हमें जहांगीर जन्म आसिक 213तम जन्म विषय साहित्यकार आम समस्त ओडिया भाषा ज्ञानी संगे विशेष अवसर बारिकानाथ नायक महोदय सारकर परिचय करने की आवश्यकता नहीं। सार केवल गंगाधर साहित्य पांडित्य अच्छी नहीं सार जन भक्ता साल को गंगाधर विषय कहले भी साल कही जाती साल को राधानाथ विषय कहले भी साल बखाणी करती साल को फकीर मोहन को विषय कहले साल बखाणी बसती पश्चिम ओडिशार भाषा एवं साहित्यर मुख्य सुरेंद्र साई विषय मोर कहबार किसी आगु आम श्रोतागण और जो युवगोष्ठी निश्चित भाव वीर सुरेंद्र साई जीवनी कार्यशैली एवं से समय दुष्ट इंग्रेज सरकार विरुद्ध लड़ाई कर तरीका था जानी अनुप्राणित हो निज जीवन को से हिसाब से आगे नापी चेष्टित हो पारे। यही परिप्रेक्षी में अनुरोध करी आज प्रथम वक्ता हिसाब से डॉक्टर द्वारिकानाथ नायक महोदय को वीर सुरेंद्र साई विषय में वक्तव्य उपस्थापित करेंगे। सर द्वारिकानाथ।
नमस्कार। स्वामी विवेकानंद सेवा केंद्र संबलपुर शाखा तरफ आज आयोजित होता वीर सुरेंद्र साय एवं नेताजी सुभाष बोस जयंती भर्चुअली जो पालन करा जाउछि से अवसर रे आपण माने मो भली जने अकिंचन वक्ता को तांका जीवनी संपर्क रे आलोचना करिवार डाकी मो आपण मान निकट कृतज्ञ एवं सर्वप्रथम करी मो गुरुतुल्य दर्शक मान सम्मुख रे आज किछि बखाणुछि आम नेता आम ऐतिह्यर सुदृष्ट उदाहरण देशभक्तिर प्रतीक वीर सुरेंद्र साई जीवन उपरे मोर वक्तव्य सीमित रखी दुईटी विषय वस्तु उपर। सुरेंद्र साई को आम वीर बोली कहीं आख्यायित करिछु तत्सहित सुरेंद्र साई आम पाई करिसंती कौन एवं द्वितीय पर्याय मु मोर वक्तव्य रखी आम सुरेंद्र साई करिछु। सुरेंद्र साई एक ऐतिहासिक चरित्र बोली आम जानिछु। 209 वर्ष पूर्व संबलपुर जिला से जिला ही नथिला राज्य थिला। खिंडा ग्राम रे तांकर जन्म। संबलपुर राजवंशर जड़े दूर संपर्क धरम सिंह बड़ पुओ भाव में खिंडा ग्राम से जन्म ग्रहण करते प्राय 209 वर्ष जेहेतु जन्म तारीख सठिक 2009 बोली एपर्यंत सठिक हुई ना किंतु जेते ऐतिहासिक सुरेंद्र साई जीवन उपरे गवेषणा करी पुस्तक रचना करिसंती प्राय अधिकांश मत जे से 2009 मसीह खिंडारे ही जन्म ग्रहण करथिले आ किछि जनकर मत से मामू घर बरगाँ जन्म ग्रहण करथिले। से युक्ति भीतर को आम जीवा नहीं, आम इतिहास भीतर को जीवा। सुरेंद्र साय एमती एक चरित्र हो गले जो माने बा इतिहास पुस्तक रचना कर अजाणत से बाल्यकाल वीर सुरेंद्र साय बोली आख्यायित कर मैं अनेक बही पढ़ी जे 17-18 वर्ष बेले भी वीर सुरेंद्र साय जाइथिले हजारीबाग जेल माने वीरता लगी जाउछि। सुभाष बोस को केवल सुभाष बोस बोली आम संबोधन करूना, आम करू नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस। गांधी को जमी संबोधन करू महात्मा गांधी लगी जाए अभ्यासगत भाव लगी जाए। ठीक सेमिति जो गवेषक माने जो नाट्यकार माने जो काव्यकार माने सुरेंद्र साई चरित्र उपर विभिन्न पुस्तक रचना करजंती जे वीरत्व पाइबा पूर्व ही वीर कर दिया एटा होछि आम अवदान आम प्रतिदान। से आम जो देश मातृका सेवा करी जो गोटे उत्सर्गीकृत जीवन टी ढाली देथिले तार प्रतिदान स्वरूप आम वीरत्व प्रदान करिछु। तेरे से वीरत्व जन्म है केमिति एमती एक चरित्र एमती एक देशसेवी जे सारा विश्व रेकर्ड करिथिबा दीर्घ 37 वर्ष धरी कारावास जीवन अतिबाहित करिसंती। आमे कहू बा सारा विश्वर ऐतिहासिक माने कहती उच्चारण करती नेल्सन मंडेलांकर जीवन कारावास जीवन 27 वर्ष कुआड़े से କାରାବାସରେ ରହିଥିଲେ। ପରେ ମୁକ୍ତି ହେଲେ ସେ ଦେଶର ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରପତି ମଧ୍ୟ ହେଲେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ତାଙ୍କ ସାରା ଜୀବନ କାଳରେ ଦୀର୍ଘ 17 ଏବଂ 20 37 ବର୍ଷ କାଳ ସେ କାରାବାସରେ ଅତିବାହିତ କରିଛନ୍ତି। ପ୍ରଥମ କାରାବାସ ଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କର ରାଞ୍ଚିର ହଜାରିବାଗ ଜେଲ। ତାଙ୍କ ସଂଘର୍ଷର ପ୍ରଥମ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟାୟରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ ଅତିଷ୍ଠ ହୋଇଗଲେ, ମରାଠା ଆକ୍ରମଣ ପରେ ପରେ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ରାଜବଂଶ ଅଜିତ ସିଂଙ୍କ ପରେ ପରେ ଯେ ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ଖଳିତ ଅବସ୍ଥାକୁ ଚାଲି ଆସିଥିଲା ସମ୍ବଲପୁର, ଜମିଦାର ଗୌତିଆ ମାନଙ୍କର ଅତ୍ୟାଚାର, ତାଙ୍କର ଟିକସ ବୃଦ୍ଧି, ଏସବୁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ସାମାଜିକ ରାଜନୈତିକ ସମସ୍ୟା ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ହୁ ହୁ ହୋଇ ଜଳିବାରେ ଲାଗିଲା। ଜଣେ ରାଜବଂଶୀୟ ଚରିତ୍ର ହୋଇଥିବାରୁ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ତାକୁ ଭଲ ପାଇନଥିଲେ। ଏବଂ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେଇ ରାଜବଂଶର ଯାହାକୁ ବରପାଲି ଜମିଦାରୀ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରାଯାଇଥିଲା, ସେଇ ବଂଶର ଜଣେ ନାରୀକୁ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ରାଜସିଂହାସନରେ ବସେଇ ଦିଆଗଲା, ଉତ୍କ୍ଷିପ୍ତ ହେଇଗଲେ। ଜଣେ ବୀର ପୁରୁଷ ଥାଉ ଥାଉ ରାଜସିଂହାସନରେ ରାଣୀ ମୋହନ କୁମାରୀକୁ ବସେଇବା, ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ଶାସକମାନେ ବସେଇବା ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ସାରା ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ରାଜ୍ୟକୁ ଶାସନ କରିବା, ଜମିଦାର ଗୌତିଆ ମାନଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ଅଧିକ ଟିକସ ପକେଇବା, ଏମିତି ଅତ୍ୟାଚାର ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କୁ ଅତିଷ୍ଠ କରି ପକେଇଥିଲା। ଆମ ସାମାଜିକ ଜୀବନରେ ବା ଆମର ଦୈନନ୍ଦିନ ଜୀବନରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ସମାନ ନୁହନ୍ତି। କେତେକ ଇଂରେଜ ଶାସନକୁ ସମର୍ଥନ ମଧ୍ୟ କରୁଥିଲେ, କେତେକ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ସମର୍ଥନ କରୁଥିଲେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ରାମପୁର କୋଲିଆରେ, ରାମପୁର ଗାଁ ଦରିୟାର ସିଂ ବଂଶଧର, ସେମାନେ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କୁ ବିରୋଧ କରିଥିଲେ, ଯାହାର ପ୍ରତିଫଳନ ସ୍ୱରୂପ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ହତ୍ୟା କରିଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କ ଦଳବଳ ସହିତ ତାଙ୍କ ଗୋଟିଏ ଭାଇ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କର ବାପାଙ୍କୁ ହତ୍ୟା କରି ପୁରା ଗାଁକୁ ନିଆଁ ଜଳେଇ ଦେଇଥିଲେ, ଛାରଖାର କରିଦେଇଥିଲେ ରାମପୁର ଗାଁକୁ। ଏହି ସମ୍ବାଦ ପାଇଲା କ୍ଷଣି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଧରିବାର ଯୋଜନା ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା। ଶାସନ ନିକଟରେ ସେ ତାଙ୍କର ସମର୍ଥକ ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସେ ଲୁଚି ସଭା ସମିତି କରୁଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ତାର ଅଭିସନ୍ଧି ମୂଳ ଇଂରେଜ ଶାସନର ଅଭିସନ୍ଧିକୁ ଆବିଷ୍କାର କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯେଉଁ ଷଡ଼ଯନ୍ତ୍ର କରୁଥିଲେ ତାହା ଜଣାପଡ଼ିଯାଇଥିଲା ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ସୈନ୍ୟବାହିନୀ। ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କୁ ରାମପୁରର ଜମିଦାର ଏବଂ ଜମିଦାର ପୁତ୍ରଙ୍କୁ ହତ୍ୟା କରିବା, ରାମପୁର ଗାଁରେ ନିଆଁ ଜଳେଇବା ଅଭିଯୋଗରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଧରାଗଲା, ଗିରଫ କରାଗଲା ଏବଂ ସମ୍ବଲପୁରରେ ନ ରଖି ପଠେଇ ଦିଆଗଲା ହଜାରିବାଗ ଜେଲକୁ। ସେତେବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ବୟସ ଥିଲା 18 ବର୍ଷ। 18 ବର୍ଷ ବୟସରୁ ନିଜ ମା ମାଟି ପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କ ରକ୍ତ ଉଷୁମ ହେଇଥିଲା। ସେ ସମାଜ ବିରୋଧୀ ମାନଙ୍କ ବିରୁଦ୍ଧରେ ଲଢି ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ବାସୀଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ଦେଶଭକ୍ତିର ଜାଗରଣ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରିପାରିଥିଲେ। ସେ ବୟସରୁ ହଜାରିବାଗ ଜେଲରେ 17 ବର୍ଷ କାଳ ସେ ବନ୍ଦୀ ଜୀବନ ଯାପନ କଲେ। କାହା ସହିତ? ତାଙ୍କ ବଡ ବାପା ବଳରାମ ସିଂ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ଭାଇ ଉଦନ୍ତ ସାଏଙ୍କ ସହିତ। ଏମିତି କଟିଗଲା ସିପାହୀ ବିଦ୍ରୋହ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କାରାବାସ ଭିତରେ। 1857 ମସିହା ସାରା ଭାରତ ସେତେବେଳେ ସ୍ୱାଧୀନତାର ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ ଦେଖି ସାରିଥିଲା। ସାରା ଭାରତରେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଅହିଂସା ବୋଲି ଗୋଟେ ଶବ୍ଦ ଆବିଷ୍କୃତ ହୋଇନଥିଲା। ଯାହା କିଛି ସ୍ୱାଧୀନତା ପାଇଁ ଯେଉଁ ଯେଉଁ ଅଞ୍ଚଳରେ ସଂଘର୍ଷ ହେଉଥିଲା ସବୁ ଯାକ ହିଂସାତ୍ମକ ସଂଘର୍ଷ। ସମସ୍ତେ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ ଦେଖିଲେ ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ରାଜ୍ୟ, ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ଜମିଦାରୀ, ସେମାନଙ୍କର ମୁଖ୍ୟମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ସୈନ୍ୟ, ନିଜକୁ ସୈନ୍ୟ ଭାବେ ଭାବି ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ବିରୁଦ୍ଧରେ ସ୍ୱର ଉତ୍ତୋଳନ କଲେ ଏବଂ ତାନ୍ତିଆ ଟୋପେ ଭଳି ଚରିତ୍ର ଯେଉଁମାନେ ହଜାରିବାଗ ଜେଲ ଭିତରେ ସେତେବେଳେ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ସମୟରେ ଥିଲେ, କାରାବାସ ବା ବନ୍ଦୀ ଜୀବନ ଯାପନ କରୁଥିଲେ, ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ମେଳ ଏବଂ ବାହାରେ ରହୁଥିବା ତାଙ୍କ ସମର୍ଥକ ମାନଙ୍କର ମେଳ ରୁ କିନ୍ତୁ भय कला संबलपुर जी ब्रिटिश एजेंट थे ली कैप्टन ली से भय कले जे सुरेंद्र साई पुणी फेरी एत समर्थन दौरान ताकू जदि किसी गोटे सुविधा न कर दिया जाए किसी जमीदारी फेरी दिया न जाए किसी सुविधा किसी पेंशन दिया न जाए ताहले ए आम प्रति गोटे विपद सूचक सहित कथबार्ता है कैप्टन ली संधि करने उपाय करागला एपरिकी संबलपुर राजा करने कैप्टेन ली प्रस्तुत थिले या राजा करा ना संबलपुर अवस्था संभाली पारिबा एते पर्यंत कथा जाई सुद्धा आंचलिक दूरविसंधि जो माने मरहट्टा शासक को समर्थन करते जो माने ब्रिटिशर समर्थन से माने कराई देले नाही एवं शेष बरपाली नारायण सिंह को आनी संबलपुर राजगादी बसागला प्रथम जेहेतु अधीर सिंह पर संबलपुर दुर्बल होगा 1850 पर दुर्बल होगा संबलपुर राजबाटी अवस्था में दुर्बल होगा संबलपुर लोक जदि संबलपुर राजा न हेबे अन्य आड़ू आसी जदि राजा हेबे सेते बेले नारी मान सिंहासन सेते आकर्षण नथिला दिया भी जाऊ नथिला छुआ मान तो झील मान तो पाठ पढ़ा स्कूल प्रवेश अनुमति नाला आम सामाजिक अवस्था सेमती थिला तेणु प्रथम नारायण सिंह बरपाली जमीदार पुओ बा नाती ताको भागरे जोटा पड़ीथिला तापरे रानी मोहन कुमारी ये माने जिते आ सुरेंद्र साई संघर्ष तापरे चरम शिखर को पहुंचीगला सीधा सीधा हिंसात्मक संघर्ष को ओल्लई पड़े सुरेंद्र साई शासन थिला तांकर एक आड्डा 12 पहाड़ ऊपर थिला एक घाटी जो समर्थक मान पाइक मान सैनिक मान से बंदूक चालना खंडा चालना बा समर अभ्यास करुले सारा संबलपुर गोटे भल गुण सुरेंद्र साई से समय संबलपुर सीमा पारी हो न सीमा भितर से युद्ध जारी करते ब्रिटिश सैन्यबाहिनी को प्रवेश कर जो आड़ जिते पठाऊला बाहिनी पल्टन पठाऊला मुसलमान बाहिनी पठाऊ चेन्नई रु पठाऊ बॉम्बे आड़ू पठाऊ बरहट्टा बाहिनी हटू दिल्ली आड़ू पठाऊ कलिकता आड़ू पठाऊ सबू रास्ता को सुरेंद्र साई सैन्य शक्ति विभिन्न पहाड़ उपर थाई जगुले मुख्य रास्ता गुड़ा जगीदेले एमाने प्रवेश करें ना यही विश्वास से रेडाखोल जुजुमुरा परमाणपुर रास्ता जाऊा जो गुमली झरगाटी बारपहाड़ सिंगुड़ा घाटी सोहेलार संबलपुर को घेरी रही जो पर्वत अंचल सबुठारे विभिन्न भाई मान को नियोजित कले से निजर जो 6 जन भाई गोटे भाई को छाड़ गोटे भाई शेष भाईटा जाजुल्य सिंह साजुल्य साय से टोटाली कौन सी आंदोलन संपृक्त न बाकी सब भाई थे सहित समर्थक से समर्थक असमर्थक एमती कौन सी कथा से आंदोलन ही जड़ित न सब भाई मान को एवं घेस जमीदारी लखनपुर जमीदारी जो मान सैन्य बल बेसी शक्त से मान को जगह पलटन आसिले पहाड़ उपर पत्थर पकई से प्रतिहत करवा सुरेंद्र साई को गरिला बाहिनी युद्ध कौशल पहाड़ उपर थे पत्थर गुड़िक विभिन्न लह जातीय गछरे बंधा जाऊला काटिदेले पहाड़ पत्थर गड़ी गड़ी जाऊला एवं रास्ता को रोकी जाऊला फल जहाँफल ब्रिटिश बाहिनी आसी पार नमती चली संघर्ष संघर्ष एमती चलला संबलपुर दुर्बल होगा गाँ जमीदार गोटे युद्ध लगे आम अवस्था जमी हुए तो कोरोना अवस्था शोचनीय युद्ध लगे तो आहरी अवस्था शोचनीय हो जाए विभिन्न प्रकार समस्या आसे समय काल जो जोगाजोग बेसी नाला ये पहाड़ में मशाल जलिले पपंगा पहाड़ में मशाल जलिले बुढ़ार जाक देखा जाऊला बुढ़ार जार मशाल जलिले 12 पहाड़ को देखा जाऊला से समय परिवेश थिला सेमिति करलापाट घोड़ारे बसी राताराति चंपट मारी दूसरे सुरेंद्र साई ये घाटी से घाटी कुदोपाली घाटी रे जो अतर्कित आक्रमण कला इंग्लिश बाहिनी फुटब्रिज छबिल साय को सेठे बसई दी निजे राताराति छुटी आसते बुढ़ा राजा पहाड़ एवं से युद्ध छबिल साय मृत्यु घटी इतिहासकार माने एपर्यंत स्पष्ट होई नांती जे से कुदोपाली पहाड़टा आम ठेमरा पाखर कुदोपाली पहाड़ ना पपुंगा पाखर कुदोपाली पहाड़ उभयर भौगोलिक स्थिति प्राय समान सेते भी पहाड़ तले रही कुदोपाली एठी बरं पहाड़ अनति दूर किछि दूर गले कुदोपाली गाँ ताकू लागेनि किंतु पपुंगा पहाड़ तले तले कुदोपाली गाँ रही नवीन साहू कहते से कुदोपाली ऐतिहासिक नवीन साहू से लिखते से कुदोपाली आ बहु जन ऐतिहासिक पुस्तक लिखते यही कुदोपाली आम से भूल जावा नहीं किंतु कुदोपाली रे ही छबिल साय जी पूरा दक्षिणस्थ थिला सुरेंद्र संघ तांकर गुलिबद्ध होई मरीगले एपर्यंत से कुदोपाली हो कि कुदोपाली हो लोक गीत रे छबिल साय को से अंचल शिशु किशोरी माने ए जाय मन रखिछन्ति इतिहास मन रखू वा न रखू मु निजे जाइतिली मोर पीएचडी समय रे से कुदोपाली छोटे छोटे हरिजन छुआ माने गाउथिले उली 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 बोली रे उली 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 छबिल साय के बाजिला गुली कुदोपाली मजा खुली एबी भी रेकर्ड हेक मुख्य शब्द अछि इतिहास बरं बेले बेले फेल मारी जाए किंतु लोक मोहर कथा निराट सत्य बात होता संघर्ष चलिला बहुत लोभ देखा सुरेंद्र साई भाई मान छड़े आने व्यवस्था करागला गौती जागिरी सबू दे दिया जीवो पेंशन दे दिया जीवो संघर्ष बंद कर दियो आंदोलन बंद करो विप्लव बंद करो एमती केते लोभ देखा किंतु सुरेंद्र साई एका जीत एबे खाली संबलपुर लड़ू नाही सारा भारत लड़ुचे संबलपुर नेतृत्व सुरेंद्र साय से वीर सुरेंद्र साय नाम नामित हो लेखक ऐतिहासिक गवेषक मान पूर्व नेतृत्व नेला सुरेंद्र साय तेणु ए अंचल लोके ही ना पूर्व वीर संबोधन कर आसी कौन लेखकर अवदान नुहे जनता जनार्दन अवदान लड़ई चले ब्रिटिश एडे बड़ भारत को शासन कर पराहत करवाटा कौन कम कथा किंतु पारिवारिक अवस्था भारी शोचनीय हो पड़ा वीर सुरेंद्र साईंकर पारिवारिक अवस्था कहले कौन ध्रुव साय बोले आउ जड़े भाई सुरेंद्र साय जो आड़ को जाते सपरिवार जाते जेहेतु ब्रिटिश तरी पकेबे कब्जा कर जीवन प्रतिदान सुरेंद्र साय को मांगे तुम कार छटा छुआ कार पांचटा छुआ सदल स्त्री झील छुआ समस्त को धरते ध्रुव साय बेसी कष्ट पाई जीवन में संघर्ष चलला बुढ़ा संघर्ष चलला मु तो आज पढ़ुली गोटे बही आम धनुपाली छक को सुरेंद्र साय सदल बल आते परास्त होते इंग्लिश बाहिनी द्वारा धनुपाली छकर ना इतिहास आसी कारण ठेमेरा पटु शासन से पटु यार को गोटे रास्ता अच्छे आम सर्टकट वे भी जाऊँ से रास्ता पुराना रांची रास्ता जहाँ धनुपाली छक रोकी दिखाई से पुणी भिड़ी होती एकमात्र इच्छा था संबलपुर राजबाटी को ब्रिटिश कबल मुक्त करने पारे ना एवं अनुतप्त मध्य थे षड्यंत्र कर दयानिधि मेहर को माध्यम तबला गाँ जो दयानिधि मेहर से जन वैद्य थिला घर घर जाई औषध जुगौला क्वाक भाया ताकू ब्रिटिश मोहन सिंह जी दारोगा ताकू लगा हला जे होचंती सुरेंद्र साय पाख लोक ताकू जदि तुम कैप्चर कर दो सुरेंद्र साय कौटी अच्छी कौन रोकते कौ राति कौटी विश्राम जड़ा पड़ से मोहन सिंह माध्यम दयानिधि मेहर को प्रथम कैप्चर करागला से मिता महासाथ सुरेंद्र साय मिता महासाथ एवं शेष से बंधु ही शत्रु फाटी गला जहाँ शुणा जाए किए देखी एत वर्ष तलर कथा 1860-62 मसीहार कथा जो सुरेंद्र साय ब्रिटिश मान द्वारा गिरफ हेले कुआड़े पुष्पुनी लग्न थिला आरिसा पिठा तैयारी करी बरगा को नहीं देते दयानिधि मेहर मामू घर लुचि कुआड़े ଏବଂ ସେଇଠି ତାଙ୍କ ବନ୍ଧୁମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆରିସା ପିଠା ଦେବା ସେ ଭିତରେ ନିଶା ଦ୍ରବ୍ୟ ଥିଲା ଏବଂ ସେଇ ନିଶା ଦ୍ରବ୍ୟର ଆରିସା ପିଠା ଖାଇବା ମିତାମାସା ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ପୌଷ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣିମା ପିଠା ଆନନ୍ଦରେ ଖାଇଗଲେ ସେଇଠି ହିଁ ନିଦ୍ରାଗତ ହେଇଗଲେ। ଶୁଣାଯାଏ ଯେ ସେ ଶୋଇପଡ଼ିବା ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ସୈନ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କୁ ପଲଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଶିକୁଳିରେ ବାନ୍ଧି ଉଠାଇ ଆଣିଲେ। କାଳେ ପଳେଇଯିବେ ବୋଲି ଖସି ପଳେଇବେ ବୋଲି ସେ ତ ଖସି ପଳେଇବାର ଉସ୍ତାଦ ଥିଲେ ନା, ସେଇଠୁ ଉଠାଇ ଆଣିଲେ ପୁରା ପଲଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଖଟର ପୁରା ଆଣି ଆସିଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କୁ। 1862 ମସିହାର କଥା। ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ, ଉଦନ୍ତ ସାଏ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ବାକି ଭାଇମାନେ ଧରା ପଡ଼ିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କର କେସ୍ ଚାଲିଲା, ମକଦ୍ଦମା ଚାଲିଲା। ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ସେମାନେ ଗଣତନ୍ତ୍ର ଉପରେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରନ୍ତି ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ଶାସକ ଏବଂ ଆଇନ କାନୁନ ଉପରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କର ବିଶ୍ୱାସ। ଚାହିଁଥିଲେ ସୁଳିରେ ବସେଇ ଦେଇ ପାରିଥାନ୍ତେ, ଯେମିତି ଏକଛତ୍ରବାଦୀ ଶାସନ ଥିଲା। ଚାହିଁଥିଲେ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କୁ ଗୁଳି ମାରି ଦେଇ ପାରିଥାନ୍ତେ, ସେଇଠି ତଣ୍ଟିଟିବି ହତ୍ୟା କରିଦେଇ ପାରିଥାନ୍ତେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ତାହା ନ କରି ତାଙ୍କ ବିରୁଦ୍ଧରେ ମକଦ୍ଦମା ଚାଲିଲା, ଦେଶଦ୍ରୋହ ମକଦ୍ଦମା। ଏବଂ ସେ ମକଦ୍ଦମାର ରାୟ ପ୍ରକାଶ ପାଇଲା ପରେ ପରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଦେଶଦ୍ରୋହୀ ଭାବରେ ନାମିତ କରାଯାଏ। ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ବୋଲି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଜଜମେଣ୍ଟରେ। ତାଙ୍କୁ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ସୀମା ଭିତରେ ଦିଆଯିବା ଉଚିତ ନୁହେଁ, ତାକୁ ପଠେଇ ଦିଆ। ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ସ୍ୱତନ୍ତ୍ର ଭାବରେ ନାଗପୁରର ଅସିତଗଡ଼ ପାହାଡ଼ ଉପରେ ଥିବା ଗୋଟେ ହସ୍ପିଟାଲ, ଡାକ୍ତରଖାନା ଏବଂ ପାଖରେ ଥିବା ଗୋଟେ ଦୁର୍ଗକୁ ରୂପାୟିତ କରାଗଲା କାରାବାସ ଏବଂ ଇଟା ପଥରର ବେଡ୍ ତିଆରି କରାଗଲା ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ। ଏ ବନ୍ଦୀ 8 ଜଣ ବନ୍ଦୀ ଥିଲେ ସେଇଠି। ସେ ଭିତରେ ଉଦନ୍ତ ସାଏ, ରାମ ସିଂ, ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ଅନ୍ତର୍ଭୁକ୍ତ ଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କର ପୁଅ ମିତ୍ରଭାନୁ ସାଏ ସେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେଠି ଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଭାଇ ଧ୍ରୁବ ସାଏ। ଏମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ ବନ୍ଦୀ ଜୀବନ ଯାପନ କଲେ ଦୀର୍ଘ 20 ବର୍ଷ ଧରି। 1862ରୁ 1884 ଫେବୃଆରୀ ମାସ 28 ତାରିଖରେ ଶେଷ ନିଃଶ୍ୱାସ ତ୍ୟାଗ କଲେ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ। ମୁଁ ଏତେ କହିପାରୁଛି ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ଜୀବନ ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ କାରଣ ମୁଁ ନିଜର ଗୋଟେ ନାଟକ ଅଛି ଏବଂ ସେ ନାଟକ ରଚନା କଲା ବେଳେ କିଣ୍ଡା ଯାଇ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର ଗବେଷଣା କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଏବଂ ଅନେକ ପୁସ୍ତକ ପଢିଥିଲି। ଉଲଗୁଲାନ ବୋଲି ଗୋଟେ ଧାରାବାହିକ, ଯେତେବେଳେ ସିପାହୀ ବିଦ୍ରୋହ 150 ବର୍ଷ ପୂର୍ତ୍ତି ହେଇଥିଲା କିଛି ବର୍ଷ ତଳେ, ମୋ ଉପରେ ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ପଡ଼ିଲା ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ଧାରାବାହିକ ନାଟକ ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ। 10ଟି ଅଧ୍ୟାୟରେ ତାହା ପ୍ରସାରିତ ହୋଇଥିଲା ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କୁ ରଚନା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଅନେକ ପୁସ୍ତକ ପଢି ଦେଇଥିଲି, ଯାହା ଫଳରେ ମୁଁ ଆଜି କହିପାରୁଛି। ନହେଲେ ଇତିହାସ ମୋର ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ନୁହେଁ, ମୁଁ ସାହିତ୍ୟବାଦ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଇତିହାସକୁ ଆଧାର କରି ସାହିତ୍ୟ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହୁଏ। ଯେମିତି ମୁଁ ଲେଖିଲି ଉଲଗୁଲାନ, ଶ୍ରଦ୍ଧାକର ସୁବୁକାର ଲେଖିଥିଲେ ବୀର ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷାର ନାଟକ, ଅଶ୍ୱିନୀ ପୂଜାରୀ ଲେଖିଲେ ନାଟକ ବୀର ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ। କେବଳ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ଚରିତ୍ରଟି ସେଇଠି ସମ୍ବଲପୁରୀ ଭାଷାର ସଂଳାପ କହିଛନ୍ତି, ବାକି ସବୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷାର ସଂଳାପ। କିନ୍ତୁ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ଭାଷା ସମ୍ବଲପୁରୀ ଥିଲା ଅଶ୍ୱିନୀ ପୂଜାରୀଙ୍କର ନାଟକରେ। ଶ୍ରଦ୍ଧାକର ସୁବୁକାର ଏବେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ଆମେ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କ'ଣ କରିଛୁ। ସେ ତ ଦେଶ ପାଇଁ ଜୀବନକୁ ଉତ୍ସର୍ଗୀକୃତ କରିଥିଲେ, ଢାଳି ଦେଇଗଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ଜୀବନ। ମିତ୍ରଭାନୁ ସାଏ ଏବଂ ଧ୍ରୁବ ସାଏକୁ ଛାଡ଼ି ଦିଆଗଲା, ଅସିତଗଡ଼ରୁ ମୁକ୍ତି କରି ଦିଆଗଲା ଗୋଟେ ସର୍ତ୍ତରେ ଯେ ସେମାନେ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ସୀମା ପ୍ରବେଶ କରିବେ। ତେଣୁ ମିତ୍ରଭାନୁ ସାଏଙ୍କ ଶ୍ୱଶୁର ଘର ହଉଛି ବଣେଇ, ସେଇଠି ଯାଇ ସେମାନେ ରହିଲେ। ବଣେଇରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ରଖାଗଲା। ବଣେଇ ରାଜରୁ ପରିବାର ସେ ବାହା ହେଇଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ଆସିପାରିନଥିଲେ। ଅସିତଗଡ଼ ଦୁର୍ଗର ଯୋଉ କନଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ସନ, ଯାହା ଫଟୋଗ୍ରାଫରେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଛୁ, ପାଖରେ ଗୋଟେ ମହାଦେବ ମନ୍ଦିର ଅଛି। ହସ୍ପିଟାଲକୁ ରୂପାୟିତ କରାଗଲା କାରାବାସ ଭାବରେ ଏବଂ ପାଖରେ ଗୋଟେ ଦୁର୍ଗ ରହିଛି। ସେଠିକା ରାଜା ନିଜ ସୁରକ୍ଷା ପାଇଁ ସେ ଦୁର୍ଗ ତିଆରି କରିଥିଲେ। ଇଂରେଜଙ୍କର ଏତେ ଭୟ ଥିଲା ଯେ କୁଆଡେ ସୁଦୂର ନାଗପୁରରେ ଯାଇ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କୁ ରଖାଗଲା ଏବଂ ସେ ମରିଗଲେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଛାଡ଼ ଦିଆଗଲାନି। କିନ୍ତୁ ଭୟ ଥିଲା, ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ବୃଦ୍ଧ ସୈନିକ ବିପକ୍ଷରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କର ଭୟ ଥିଲା। ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ କଲେ କ୍ୟାପ୍ଟେନ ମାନେ ଥରୁଥିଲେ, ଶିହରିତ ହେଇଯାଉଥିଲେ, କାରଣ ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ସୈନ୍ୟବାହିନୀକୁ ରୋଗାକ୍ରାନ୍ତ ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲେ। ସେ ସମୟ 1857-58ରେ 2 ଜଣ ଡାକ୍ତରଙ୍କୁ ପଠାଗଲା କଟକରୁ ଯେ ଯାଅ ଆମ ସୈନ୍ୟବାହିନୀ ରୋଗାକ୍ରାନ୍ତ ହେଇଗଲେଣି ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେବା କରିବ। ସେ ଭିତରେ ମୋର ଜଣେ ସେତେବେଳେ ପାଲିଙ୍କିରେ ଯାଆସ କରୁଥିଲେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କର ମଧୁବର୍ତ୍ୟା ଏବଂ ବାକିମାନେ ସେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ହତ୍ୟା କଲେ। ଯୋଉ ମୁରା ନା ମୁରା ଶବ୍ଦଟି ମୂର୍ଖ, ଡାକ୍ତର ମୂର୍ଖ ନାମିତ ହେଇଛି। ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଭୟରେ ଫେରିଗଲେ ରେଡାକୁ, ସେଠୁ ଆଉ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ପ୍ରବେଶ କରିପାରିନଥିଲେ। ତେଣୁ ଏଭଳି ଏଇ ସବୁ ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ଘଟଣାକୁ ନେଇ ଭୟଭୀତ ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲେ, ଭୀତତ୍ରସ୍ତ ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲେ ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ବାହିନୀ। ଜଣେ ଦେଶ ପାଇଁ ନିଜ ଜୀବନକୁ ଉତ୍ସର୍ଗ କରିଦେଲା, ସାରା ପରିବାର ଭୋକରେ ଉପାସରେ ସାରା ଜୀବନ କଟେଇଲେ, 37 ବର୍ଷ ଧରି କାରାବାସରେ ପଡି ରହିଲେ, ଶେଷ ନିଶ୍ୱାସ ତ୍ୟାଗ କରିବା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ନିଜ ଜୀବନକୁ ଢାଳି ଦେଲେ ଦେଶ ପାଇଁ। ଆମେ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କଣ କରୁଛୁ? ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଦେଶକୁ ସ୍ୱାଧୀନ କଲା, ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜାତୀୟ ପତାକା ପାଇଲା, ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ପାଇଲା, ମୁକ୍ତି ପାଇଲା, ବନ୍ଧନରୁ ମୁକ୍ତି ପାଇଲା। ମୁକ୍ତି ପାଇ ସାରିଲା ପରେ ଆମେ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କଣ କରୁଛୁ? ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରୁ, ଓଡ଼ିଆ ବା ସମ୍ବଲପୁରୀ ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରୁ କିଛି କାବ୍ୟ ରଚନା କରାଯାଇଛି। ହଳଧର ନାଗ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି, ଜଣେ ସଂସ୍କୃତରେ କାବ୍ୟ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି, ସେପଟ କଟକ ସାଇଡରେ ଜଣେ ସଂସ୍କୃତ ଶିକ୍ଷକ, ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଭେଡେନ ଅଞ୍ଚଳର ଥୁଆପାଲି ଅଞ୍ଚଳର ଜଣେ କ୍ରାନ୍ତିକାରୀ ବୋଲି ସେ ମଧ୍ୟ କାବ୍ୟଟି ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି। ମୁରାରୀ ପ୍ରସାଦ ମିଶ୍ର ପୂର୍ବତନ ମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ବା ଆମର ସଂସ୍କୃତି ପୁରୁଷ, ସେ ପ୍ରଥମ ଗୀତ ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ଉପରେ, ଯାହା ତାଙ୍କ ଶତବାର୍ଷିକୀ ବେଳେ ଗାନ କରାଯାଇଥିଲା, ସମ୍ବଳ ବୀର ସମ୍ବଲପୁର। ନାଟକ ରଚନା କରାଯାଇଛି, ଅଶ୍ୱିନୀ ପୂଜାରୀ ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି, ଡକ୍ଟର ସଦାକର ସୁଫୁକା ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି, ମଙ୍ଗଳ ବିଶ୍ୱାଳ ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି, ତାହା ଆଜି 11টাରେ ବାଜିଛି ରେଡିଓ। 1993ରେ ରେକର୍ଡିଂ ହୋଇଥିବା ନାଟକ ଆମ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ସଂସ୍ଥାରୁ କରାଯାଇଥିଲା, ତ ଆଜି ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଜାନୁଆରୀ 23ରେ ବାଜୁଛି। ଆମର ସୌଭାଗ୍ୟ, ମୁଁ ଆଜି ବହୁ ବର୍ଷ ପରେ ମୋ ନାଟକ ଶୁଣିଛି, ଶିହରିତ ହେଇଗଲି। ସେ ସବୁ ସେ ବୟସର କଥା, 1993ରେ ରେକର୍ଡିଂ କରିଥିଲୁ, ଏବେ ନାଟକ କରିପାରୁନାହିଁ। ସେ ସମୟରୁ ଏତେ ପରିଶ୍ରମ କରୁଥିଲି, ମନେ ପଡ଼ିଲେ ମୋର ମନ ଶିହରିତ ହେଇଯାଉଥିଲା। ଆଉ ଉତ୍ତମ ବେହେରା ଯିଏ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ପାଠଟି କରୁଥିଲେ, ତାଙ୍କ କଣ୍ଠସ୍ୱର ବଜ୍ର କଣ୍ଠସ୍ୱର, ଶୁଣିଦେଲେ ଆପଣମାନେ ଖୁସି ହେଇଯିବେ। ତାପରେ ମୋ ଭାଗରେ ପଡ଼ିଲା ପୁଣି ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ଜୀବନ ଉପରେ ନାଟକ ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଗୁଲଗୁଲାନ ଲେଖିଲି, ବହି ଛପା ହେଲା। ମୋ ନାଟକରେ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏ ଭୂମିକାରେ ଅଭିନୟ କରିଥିଲେ ମାନଭଞ୍ଜନ ଓତା, ୱାନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦି ଟପ୍ ମୋଷ୍ଟ ଡିରେକ୍ଟର, ଡ୍ରାମା ଡିରେକ୍ଟର ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ଓଡ଼ିଶା। ଆଉ ଆକାଶବାଣୀର ସବୁ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠିତ କଳାକାର ସେଥିରେ ଅଂଶଗ୍ରହଣ କରିଥିଲେ, ପ୍ରାୟ ସବୁ। ସେ ଏକ ସାଟିସ୍ଫାକ୍ସନ। ସେ ବହିଟା ମଧ୍ୟ ଛପା ହେଇଛି, ଲୋକେ ପାଇଲେଣି। ନବୀନ ସାହୁ, ସ୍ୱପ୍ନେଶ୍ୱର ଦାସ, ଶିବପ୍ରସାଦ ଦାସ ଯିଏ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ଇତିହାସ ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି, ଏମାନେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରାଥମିକ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏକୁ ଆବିଷ୍କାର କରିଛନ୍ତି, ଇତିହାସ ଲୋକଲୋଚନକୁ ଆଣିଛନ୍ତି। ସ୍ୱପ୍ନେଶ୍ୱର ଦାସ ବରଗଡ଼ର ଏବଂ ଅନିରୁଦ୍ଧ ଦାସ। ବଡ଼ ବିସ୍ମୟକର ବିଷୟ ଯେ ଏଇ ବରଗଡ଼ ସହରରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ଦାସ ପରିବାରକୁ ସମ୍ବଲପୁରର ରାଜା ସେ ଭୂଖଣ୍ଡ ଦାନ କରିଥିଲେ। ଯେତେବେଳେ ସମ୍ବଲପୁରର ରାଜା ନାରାୟଣ ସିଂ ଏବଂ ରାଣୀ ମୋହନକୁ ଆଣିଥିଲେ, ସେତେବେଳେ ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ବାହିନୀର ବରଗଡ଼କୁ ଆଣିବା ପାଇଁ, ନିଜ ହାତକୁ ଆଣିବା ପାଇଁ ଦାସ ପରିବାରକୁ ସେ ଇଲାକାଟା ଦେଇଥିଲେ, ଜମିଦାରୀ କହନ୍ତି। ଏବଂ ଦୁର୍ଭାଗ୍ୟବଶତଃ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ସେଇ ଦାସ ପରିବାରରୁ ହିଁ 2 ଜଣ ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ଜୟ ଜୟଗାନ କରିଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ଇତିହାସ ପୁସ୍ତକରେ। ଏହା ଇତିହାସ ବିଳମ୍ବ। ଆମର ସୌଭାଗ୍ୟ, ଯେଉଁମାନେ ବ୍ରିଟିଶର ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଲାଭ ପାଇଲେ, ସେମାନେ ତା ନିଜସ୍ୱ ଦେଶ ପ୍ରେମକୁ ପ୍ରସ୍ଫୁଟିତ କରି ପକାଇଲେ ନିଜ ସାହିତ୍ୟରେ ବା ନିଜର ଗବେଷଣା। ପରେ ପରେ ଚିତ୍ତରଞ୍ଜନ ମିଶ୍ର, ପ୍ରଫେସର ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି, ସେ ବି ସ୍ୱର୍ଗତ ହେଲେଣି। ତାଙ୍କର PhD ଥେସିସ୍ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଗଲ ଇନ୍ ୱେଷ୍ଟ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ବା ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଗଲ ଇନ୍ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର, ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ବିଟ୍ ଇତିହାସ ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି। ଏମିତି ପ୍ରାୟ 10 ଖଣ୍ଡ ଇତିହାସ ପୁସ୍ତକ ଅଛି ସୁରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ସାଏଙ୍କ ବାବଦରେ। ପ୍ରାୟ 5-7ଟି ନାଟକ ରହିଛି, ଦୂରଦର୍ଶନର, ଆକାଶବାଣୀର, ମଞ୍ଚ କାବ୍ୟ ରହିଛି 6-7 ଖଣ୍ଡ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଭାଷାରେ। हिंदी रे हलधर नागर सुंदर साय काव्य आपण माने जयंती पालन होता गंगाधर मंडप रे जदि से समय दर्शक थे आप शुणी सारी सुरेंद्र साय काव्यटा हलधर नाग किभली भाव आपूर्ति करते से काव्य जी देखी रक्त उषुम हो जाता काव्य शुणी रक्त उषुम हो जाता अन्य एक दृष्टिकोण कहूँ जी हमको जातीय पताका देला जी हमको स्वाधीनता देला जी हमको मुक्ति देला आमे से जातीय पताका को केते सम्मान करूछु आमे आम देश मातृका को केते भल पाउछु आमे आम स्वाधीनता को केते सद व्यवहार करूछु मु तो कहबी आज दिन रे अवश्य सब चर्चा करबा उचित न किंतु आमे जेमिति एक स्खलित समाज रे वास करूछु जे जातीय पताका उत्तोलन करछि क्यों जो हाथ रे करछि सही हाथ रे दुर्नीति खोर जाउछि आम आखि जो शिक्षक पाठ पढ़ुଛନ୍ତି से शिक्षक स्खलित चरित्र बाहर जो ऑफिसर माने देश सेवा सेवा कार्य करुଛନ୍ତି से ऑफिसर मान भीतर अधिकांश दुर्नीतिग्रस्त बाहर ये कि प्रकार देश प्रेम ये सुरेंद्र साय लड़ी आम जदि तुलना करवा से समय देशभक्ति और वर्तमान देशभक्ति आम केवल प्रतिमूर्ति निर्माण माल्यार्पण पताका उत्तोलन एवं छलना प्रतारणा आम घाटी चुटी जाऊँ प्रकृत देशभक्ति जनवरी 26 अगस्त 15 सुरेंद्र साय जयंती बाहर ना निजे निज देश जो कम तुमको दि जाए कम जदि स्पर्धार सहित प्रतिबद्धतार सहित कल सेटा ही वर्तमान कृषक भल चाष कर श्रमिक भल खटब ऑफिसर स्वच्छता परिचय दब शिक्षक अध्यापक जहाँ नैतिक दायित्व भल छात्र छात्री भविष्य नागरिक गढ़े राजनैतिक नेता माने जो माने निज चरित्र स्खलितपण को उड़े स्वच्छ भारत टी गढ़ा चेष्टा करेंगे ताहले सीना आम सुरेंद्र साय जलांजलि प्रति सम्मान प्रदर्शन करवा किंतु आम जो समाज में बर्तमान बास कर जो देश को जो आड़े नौ आम शत्रु चीन और पाकिस्तान हो जाए निज निजर शत्रु बोली भाभी पारुना किंतु प्रकृत में वास्तव में आम निजे बर्तमान निजर शत्रु पलटि जाइए आम चरित्र आम प्रवृत्ति ही प्रकृत इंग्रेज पलटि जाइए आम संस्कृति प्रति हेय मनोभाव रखी बाह्य संस्कृति को आपणाई नेबा सुरेंद्रीय संस्कृति नुहे निज खाद्य प्रति रखे बाह्य खाद्य पानीय ग्रहण करने सुरेंद्रीय संस्कृति नुहे निज माटीर प्रशंसा छाड़ी विदेशी मान को प्रशंसा करने सुरेंद्रीय संस्कृति नुहे निजर माटीर गर्व निज संस्कृतिर गर्व निज सामाजिक चेतनार गर्व जदि बजाय रखबार अच्छी सुरेंद्र साय को जदि प्रकृत श्रद्धांजलि देवार अच्छी केवल जनवरी 26 अगस्त 15 नुहे एभली पराक्रम दिवस नुहे जीवन प्रति मुहूर्त देश चिंता कर समय तेणु मु तो स्पष्ट भाव में कहबी सुरेंद्र साय जहाँ आमे तांको प्रति बदल सेमती किसी आज पर्यंत दे पारन जदि किसी छलना आज सकाल जयंती सुरेंद्र साय स्टेचू बहुत दामी दामी फूलमाल दे पार भल कि घर टी या ना फकीर साई वंशधर समलेई मंदिर एपर्यंत खिंडार समलेई मंदिर जहाँ को पूजा करी युद्ध को बाहर सुरेंद्र साय से एपर्यंत गोटे खबर कि प्रकार देशभक्ति जातीय पताका धरुचु अथच जातिर जयगान कर पारना वंदे मातरम देखु उभय जयंती आज नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस सुरेंद्र साय उभय पूर्व भारत जातीय स्तर को नहीं पारना सामने पश्चिम उत्तर अन्य दिगरु आसी नेतृवृंद जातीय स्तर अंतर्जातीय स्तर नेता भाव में सम्मानित होती अथच नेताजी सुभाष बोस केमिति मले ताकू गवेषक आज पर्यंत गवेषणा करी आविष्कार कर कि सुरेंद्र साय खिंडार ना बरगार छबिल साय कौ पहाड़ में मले ए मात्र 200 वर्षर कहानी को आम गवेषक मैंने पर्यंत आविष्कार कर एटा हूँ आम नैतिक स्खलन आम जो समाज में बास करुचु आम समाज को जमी गढ़ुचु प्रकृत में सुरेंद्र साई इच्छा सेमती नथिला महात्मा गांधी सुरेंद्र साई पाइक विद्रोह पर महात्मा गांधी आविर्भाव एवं हिंसा छाड़ी अहिंसार वातावरण में हुए तो भारत स्वाधीनता हो गला किंतु 70-72 वर्ष भीतर जो माने हिंसा को आपणे खंड तरवारी जवाब तरवारी देते हारी गले कौन कथा अच्छे किंतु शहीद तो होते से शहीद मान्यता दि जाए हजार हजार सैनिकों ना केवल लिखाई किंतु से परिवार को प्रतिपोषण कर सरकार भी पड़े भी सरकार प्रकृत चेतना वर्तमान समय प्रत्येक मनीष प्रत्येक भारतीय निज भितर असली भारतीय चरित्र बहन करने कथा जो भारतीयता सुरेंद्र साय सुभाष चंद्र बोस रानी लक्ष्मीबाई पृथ्वीराज चौहान जो माने जो ट्रेडिशन जो परंपरा आम निकट को पहुंची देते आमे से परंपरार मसाल को बहन करी आग को कढ़े नवा कथा देश किंतु सेमान परंपरा को न धरी आमे केमिति गोटा अति विपर्यस्त हो गलानी जे सकाळ उठिला क्षणी दुर्नीति कथा चिंता करूछु खबर कागज मेलैला क्षणी विजिलेंस रेड कथा शुणुछु राति शोला क्षणी कि गोटे दुर्घटना मरीगला बोली संवाद पाऊछु यह सुखकर नुहे आनंदमय नुहे यह आत्मसंतोषर विरोधी प्रकृत भारत वर्ष को गढ़ा प्रथम निज को गढ़ा निज को जदि ठीक कर पताका उत्तोलन कला बेले देशभक्ति हाथ थरी जा कथा नेता मान हसी हसी उत्तोलन कर मत तो भय लगे पताका आम स्वाधीनता सूचक आम विजय सूचक जदि मुझे स्खलित मनीष मो नैतिकता नहीं मुझे पाखक जीवा कथा नुहे भूपेंद्र सिंह बोले जड़े थे मिनिस्टर एवं भी अच्छा मो बापा छात्र जो मिनिस्टर थे घर को आसते बापा को साक्षात करने गोटे सोफार बसते बाट बोलते केन्ता भूपेंद्र केन्ता केन्ता अच्छे आज्ञा बहुत डर लगुच पताका उत्तोलन करवा लगे प्रतिमूर्ति फुलमाला दल बहुत डरुचे आज्ञा हाथ थरी जाऊँगा आंसर आज भाया दिवस चेष्टा करा जाओ निजे बदलवा संगे संगे समाज को बदलवा संकल्प निया जाओ ये कही मोर वक्तव्य शेष कर नमस्कार।
और आम केन्द्र समस्त कर्मकर्ता तरफ अशेष अशेष धन्यवाद एवं आपण आगे आम कृतज्ञता जनाऊँ। वीर सुरेंद्र साय समस्त विषय रे इति सुंदर भाव में आलोचना कर उपस्थापित कले आम आगे आम बहुत नुआ जिनस जाना पाइलु। खाली गोटे जिनस सर मोर मन में प्रश्न आसे जे कहीं भगवान जयचंद्र भाया व्यक्ति मिर्जाफर भाया व्यक्ति एवं से मेहर दयानिधि मेहर भाया व्यक्ति की धरापृष्ठ को पठे थांती एमती व्यक्ति विशेष मानू कौन जातिर इतिहास को बदल प्रकृति रे मनरे से प्रश्न आछे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। Give me blood, I'll give you freedom. जय हिंद, दिल्ली चलो। एटा थिला चंद्र बोस Now, I would like to request one of our close associates of this Kendra, Honorary Narayan Prasad, who is otherwise also engaged with our divisional जे की वर्तमान गंगाधर मेहर विश्वविद्यालय राजनीति विज्ञान प्राध्यापक सार आपणकर परिचय किसी देवी नहीं आपण को समस्ते जानिचंती आ शीघ्र आपनकर वक्तव्य आरंभ करंतु। आज नेताजी सुभाष बोसकर 125तम जन्मवार्षिकी पालन अवसर में सर डॉक्टर पति।
धन्यवाद सर। Honorable co-speaker, Dr. Professor Naik, Honorable President of the Vivekananda Kendra, Sambalpur, Honorable Coordinator, Samadana Naik, and all the wise people sitting before me. Today it is a great occasion on the part of every Indian, and we the people of Sambalpur are not behind it, to pay our best tribute to the two great leaders, personalities of freedom fighter, Sri Subhash Chandra Bose and Surendra Sai. These two names are sufficient enough to encourage us and to dedicate ourselves for the sake of our nation, our motherland, and also to inspire us to do something good for our society. Before I say anything on Subhash Chandra Bose, I would thank the members of Vivekananda Kendra Sambalpur for their noble initiative, because today it is the name, or it is the demand of the hour that we must communicate the next generation the achievements of our forefathers, what they could do, not only by sacrificing their life and property, but also sometimes even their dignity and honor. Professor Naik was telling how Surendra Sai, he sacrificed everything for the sake of his motherland, not only of Sambalpur or Odisha, but India as a whole, or Bharat as a whole. He might have got whatever he wanted. At that point of time, the Britishers were ready to give everything to him. But just because of the simple reason of his dedication towards the motherland, he did not accept anything, even a single pie. And till his death, he was an ardent enemy of the British government. Now it is the time to communicate this attitude, sentiment, emotion to the next generation of our nation. And that is why Vivekananda Kendra Sambalpur deserves the applause from everybody, not only of the people of Sambalpur, but also the people of India. I congratulate all the members on this auspicious occasion for their best endeavor to develop this or to organize this type of webinar. Today we are going through a difficult phase in our country. Suffering has come to us through Corona. There has been economic degradation. We are living in a condition where even certain people are not getting food, not getting the basic amenities of lives. But at the same time, it is quite heartening that so many people are coming forward to help these downtrodden, poor, sick people. It means patriotism has not died. Now also you see people are ready to sacrifice everything for the sake of the people of this nation. And this is perhaps the best contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose and Veer Surendra Sai. So already Professor Naik has elaborately discussed the life and time of and the contribution of also Veer Surendra Sai. So I will try to highlight the life and time of another hero or great hero of our nation, that is Subhash Chandra Bose. If you unfold the pages of history of India, Mother India has created so many great sons, uncountable great sons. Shivaji, Swamiji, Surendra Sai, Subhash Chandra Bose, so on and so forth. We can name only a few. And each and every personality of this kind is an example before us. Today, youth are in search of icons from different parts of Europe and America. But today, I would say that the best icon for every youth of this nation, our state, is Subhash Chandra Bose. You cannot find a second icon like him, because what he had not: wit, he was a wise man, brilliant one; courage, ardent patriotic, a firebrand nationalist, a man of valor, a man who can go to any extent to save his people, to save his motherland. If such people cannot be the icon of the youth of this nation, then who can be? But surprisingly, today we see that we are not in a mood to transmit the achievements of such great personalities to the youth of this nation. So that is why, that is another reason why Vivekananda Kendra, Sambalpur, deserves the applause. They are brave enough, I would say, that in this time of Corona, in spite of all restrictions, they are organizing different seminars, different webinars, just to communicate to the youth of this nation what is their role model, who are their role model, who can be their role model. So today we are talking about Subhash Chandra Bose and also Veer Surendra Sai. Why these people are respected by each and every individual of this nation? Were they rich? Were they powerful? No. The simple reason is that they had a dedication towards the motherland, that is Mother Earth. So I'm nobody to tell anything or to say anything regarding these people. I'm a dwarf. They are colossus. Perhaps in the world history or history of the world, you cannot find a person who can be compared with Subhash Chandra Bose. If somebody can tell me, somebody can show me, then I will be a slave of that man forever. Subhash Chandra Bose is unique. He will remain unique forever. It is not only for the Indians, not only for the Germans or for the English, for the entire world. Because you will not find an iota of self within him. He has sacrificed everything in a camouflage manner. And in spite of his sacrifices, till people believe that he has not come out just to show his sacrifice, that I have done this thing or that do this thing. Jawaharlal Nehru had rightly pointed out that one person who was fit to be the Prime Minister of this nation today, that is Subhash Chandra Bose. And whether you will believe or not, believe me or not, if Subhash Chandra Bose might have been the Prime Minister of this nation, the fate of the nation might have been different. I'm a real, or I would say that I'm an ardent follower of that man. It is not because he was a militant or he was fighting, he was a warrior. No. Just because of the simple reason that man has a vision. That man has a vision for India. He had a vision for economic development of this nation. And that is why when in 1938, the planning committee was set up, Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose recommended the name of Nehru as the head, although ideological differences were there. Difference of opinion were there. So this shows the broad-mindedness of that man called Subhash Chandra Bose. So Subhash Chandra Bose was not only a fervent nationalist, he was a humanist to the core. He had a sympathy for every individual who is living below poverty. His main goal was to bring about some sort of equality among people. People of this nation, how they will get food, clothing, how they will get the basic necessities of life, education, health. He was also, so mostly when we study Subhash Chandra Bose, mostly we see his other part of life. But he had a humanitarian concern also. That's also we'll have to take into account. That's what we must imbibe also. But today, in this talk, I would talk about the idea of nationalism of Subhash Chandra Bose, because we study about different nationalists, whether it is Mazzini, Garibaldi, or Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, so many and so forth, Washington, George Washington. But Subhash Chandra Bose is quite different from them. He had a different vision of his own, of nationalism. So you find that he was a defiant. He never agreed to any set of ideology. So from his early childhood, he was a mystic. He was influenced by the idea of Swami Vivekananda. And he wanted to be a spiritual leader. He roamed around India from UP to MP and other parts in search of Guru to learn spiritual or spiritualism. But at last he was convinced that the best spiritual contribution to the nation is to fight for the freedom of this nation. He sacrificed his ICS degree at the age of 24 and joined active politics and became one of the most popular leader of this nation. The best son of this nation, I would say. So, if you look at his life, he was not a philosopher. He was not a theorist. He has not written any theory or philosophy. He was a karmajivi, karmajogi, whose main goal was to perform whatever he can in whatever manner so that India could get freedom. That was his main goal. So when we analyze, many people brand him as a firebrand nationalist, a militant fighter. But I would say that he was the most dedicated son of this nation, who had only one goal at that point of time, that is freedom of India. And he was of the opinion that you will have to develop your own nationalism. By imbibing the nationalistic idea of others, we cannot be a free nation. Indians will have to find out their ways and means, their own ways, their own goal must be set by themselves, not by others. Because some of the freedom fighter or leaders of Indian National Congress, They were in support of British rule. But Subhash Chandra Bose was convinced that unless we, the people of India, remove the Britishers from this country, the country cannot develop, the country cannot go. They are the enemy. We can be a free nation only when we'll rule ourselves. And that is why he was of the opinion that we'll have to develop our own vision, our own ideology. So that is why he rejected the idea of aggressive nationalism of Hitler and Mussolini or the passive resistance of Mahatma Gandhi. He was convinced within himself that we'll have to create youth who will be the savior of this nation. And that is why I would say that he was the true embodiment of Vivekananda. Vivekananda had a vision for this Indian youth. And Subhash Chandra Bose embodies that. A strong man, having warm blood, always ready to fight tooth and nail till he dies. And he did that. At that point of time, the Britishers, they were ruling 2/3 of the world. But they could not muster guts to arrest Subhash Chandra Bose. Many people will say many things. But I would say that they did not dare to when he escaped from Calcutta to Kabul, and from Kabul to Kandahar, Kandahar to Russia, Russia to Japan, Japan to Germany. They might have got the idea where Subhash Chandra Bose is, but they could not muster guts to arrest him because the people of India were behind Subhash Chandra Bose at that point of time also. So that is why he had his own definition of a nation. Like Vivekananda, he thought that nation is Matrubhumi, Marabhumi, mother's land. So if a son cannot protect his mother and sisters, he is not a son, he is not a brother. We always celebrate Raksha Bandhan. For what sake? To protect our mothers and sisters. If any son cannot protect his mother and sisters, then he is not a son. So that is why Subhash Chandra Bose was convinced that nationalism means motherland's love for motherland, respect for motherland. And the best respect for motherland is to make her free from the control of others. If my mother or my sister is under the control of somebody else, then I'm in a son. I'm not a son. Not at all. I cannot be. So that is why he started being influenced by Vivekananda, Aurobindo Ghosh, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, that Matrubhumi must be worshipped. Bande Mataram. You will have to worship your motherland. If somebody cannot worship his motherland, he is a nonsense. He is of no use. He is a useless fellow. But unfortunately, we, the sons and daughters of India, are going in a different direction. And you people know that. Then he was of the opinion that every Indian will have to develop his own self-identity, his own nationality. Because unless you have a conviction within yourself that you are the son of this nation, and this nation is the greatest in the world, not only historically, but also today also, it is the best nation in the world. We must be convinced about that. That was the idea of Subhash Chandra Bose. So he had this idea of community, not of nation. He thought that unless you develop your self-identity, you cannot develop self-respect. And unless one individual has self-respect, he cannot be a human being. ଯଦି ଆତ୍ମସମ୍ମାନ ନାହିଁ ମଣିଷ ହେଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ. The first quality that is needed to be a human being is your self-respect. And that has been taught to us by Subhash Chandra Bose, how to be self-respected. He did not surrender at any point of time, in spite of repeated requests from the British government and from other sources. Even Mahatma Gandhi requested him, Subhash, you come back. Some people argue that there was a difference between Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose. No. Subhash Chandra Bose was the backbone of Mahatma Gandhi, although they had ideological differences. There is difference of opinion. Mahatma Gandhi had a special respect for Subhash Chandra Bose, and Subhash Chandra Bose had a special respect for Mahatma Gandhi. So we should not misinterpret things, misinterpret history. We should not show a misinterpreted history to our sons and daughters, to our the future of this nation. So what exactly I want to tell you is that self-identity in the community of nation. Self-identity, where we will say, not only as an individual I will have a self-identity, but my nation should have a self-identity in the world community of nations. No nation should think that it is superior from India. That was his vision. That was his idea. He was of the opinion that the day time will come, India will be the dominated country and it will dominate the world, and that is going to happen. I'm sure about that. That a time will come, India will dominate everybody in this world. It is not, I'm not telling that aggressively will dominate or by war will dominate. Will dominate by our ideas. What Vivekananda has done, what Aravinda has done, what Balaganga Tiraka has done. India will dominate the world through ideas, and that is going to happen. That is happening. You go to any country now, you find all the best scientists, best doctors, best engineers, best MBS. They are being created by India. So that is why he was of the opinion that what is nationalism? Nationalism is living with honor as a nation and before the community of nations. No nations should claim that they are superior to India. So you find that throughout his life, he had a desire that India should have a free army. An army which will have the strength to remove the Britishers from this nation. And he organized that army. Addressing the army, he stated that today you're a free army, an army of Indians. And he requested the Japanese that when my army will fight, it will fight for my nation, independent of your control. Because I want an independent army for myself, which cannot be controlled by the Germans or the Japanese. Any leader can do that at that point of time? Because India was not free at that point of time, but he had the courage to dictate the Japanese. If some people might end up cheated, then the result might have been different. The Germans, they cheated Subhash Chandra Bose. Otherwise, the result might have been different. Anyway, so on 5th July 1943, while addressing INA soldiers, said, every Indian must feel proud that this army is his own army and under Indian leadership. Because that was the first army to bring about freedom for this nation. And he proudly stated that. So from this you can only imagine the attitude of that man. That even most of the leaders of Indian Congress, they did not support him. He became president twice, 1938, 39. They have started difference of opinion. Indian National Congress followed the path of Mahatma Gandhi's non-violence. They did not bother about that. He did not say anything to anybody. He did not quarrel. He resigned from his post because he was not going after power. Rather, his main goal was to make India free, a nation which will be proud of itself. So that is why whenever there comes any achievement for India, he was proud of that, and that is nationalism. जातीयता अर्थ किछि नुह निजर मातृभूमि पाई गर्व करिबा, मातृभूमि को स्नेह करिबा, मातृभूमि सफलता रे निजर सफलता भाबिबा, मातृभूमि सफलता रे विफलता रे निजर विफलता भाबिबा। बोधे पृथ्वी रे कौन से एमिति नेता नथिबे जो माने एई चिंताधारा रखिथिबे। You see Alexander, you see Mazzini, you see Garibaldi. For what sake they were fighting? For their own self, to capture power. But Subhash Chandra Bose was there to sacrifice everything. He was ready to sacrifice every beat of his life, every drop of his blood, but he was ready to sacrifice his entire life for the sake of this nation. So I salute that man from the core of my heart today. Then he's telling that if you want to achieve freedom or for anything, I would request all the youth of this nation that unless you sacrifice something, you are not going to get something. Kashta na kale Krishna paiba nahi. You will have to sacrifice. Every Indian must learn this lesson. I have been born and brought up in this nation, in this great nation, this glorious nation, to serve the world, not only India. That is why we say in Sanskrit, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That idea has been realized, or that has been given a fruitful meaning by Subhash Chandra Bose. So he is telling that the more basis of nationalism, only sacrifice. Unless you sacrifice, you are not going to get anything. India cannot be free. India cannot be a proud nation. India cannot live with head highs in the community of nations. So that is why he was telling, Pasanda Saj was telling, give me blood, I will give you freedom. Religion. But what sake will go to Delhi? To remove the Britishers from this nation. Oust these bloody Britishers from this nation. They have no right to stay here for 1 minute, according to Subhash Chandra Bose. So he said that unless you renounce, Swamiji is also telling the same thing, that unless you renounce yourself, unless you renounce yourself, your ego, unless you renounce your own materialistic goals, you cannot do anything for this motherland, for your motherland. So that is why I say that Subhash Chandra Bose was an embodiment of Swami Vivekananda and Aurobindo. So that is another aspect of his nationalism, that everybody will have to sacrifice his blood. Unless we sacrifice our blood, we are not going to be free. So he was influenced by Swamiji. So Dr. Verma has written, Vishwanath Verma, that there is no realization without renunciation, and for political freedom, it is essential to undergo highest suffering. If you want to make yourself nation politically free from the control of other nations, then you'll have to go through highest suffering. Gautama Buddha got realization after highest suffering. So highest suffering or penance is the core of bringing about freedom in this nation. And Subhash Chandra Bose was not a man of words only. He has done it in his life. He is an example for everybody, every individual of this world, how one can sacrifice everything, family life, money, power, ego, for the sake of the motherland. So that is why if you look at his entire life, if you study his entire life, then it was full of indomitable courage to fight against British, fight against the enemy of our nation, to give freedom to the people of this nation. If today we are proudly living in this nation, it is because of the contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose. And that is why I would request each and every youth of this nation, next generation who are coming also, to be ready to sacrifice anything and everything for this nation. Then another aspect of his nationalism was to develop an independent political ideology. You cannot be the slave of the ideology of others. If you look at Jawaharlal Nehru, or for the matter, almost all the philosophers, modern political philosophers or modern political thinkers, barring one or two, their ideas were based on Western philosophy. So Subhash Chandra Bose was not satisfied with that. Subhash Chandra Bose had his own ideological commitment, or he has a desire to have a different kind of ideology altogether. Because he was of the opinion that unless we develop an ideology of our own, we cannot encourage our people, a common man, to be a part and parcel of the freedom struggle. If Mahatma Gandhi could mobilize the masses, the poor, the peasants, the artisans, to be a part of the freedom struggle, to be courageous enough, to be a part of the freedom struggle, Subhash Chandra Bose could mobilize all the great sons and daughters of this nation who can sacrifice their life for the sake of the nation. How INA was formed, everybody of you know that. What type of suffering he has taken, what type of pain he has taken to organize INA, Indian National Army. So he was of the opinion that we must have an indigenous solution to our problem. Because every country is different from other countries. If America could muster freedom from the Britishers under the leadership of Washington, it is different. India cannot do that because Indian culture, Indian society, Indian ethos, Indian philosophy is different. So we'll have to develop our own ideology on the basis of our own culture, on the basis of our own religion, on the basis of our own language. I would like to remind you that Subhash Chandra Bose was not a communalist. He was not a communalist. To be a patriot, you do not have to be a communalist. Each and every people of each and every religion, they participated in his army. They fought for the freedom. Even women, they were the front runner. How inspiring that man was. At that point of time, where there is Purda system, women were not coming out from their house, and one man is appealing, and women are ready to join military. Is it not amazing? जो समय स्त्री माने घोरू बाहरी पाई चिंता करू नथिले सेही समय गोटे लोक आह्वान देला एवं से आह्वान रे सैन्य बाहिनी रे कि स्त्री लोक शामिल हे गले बोध ए पर्यंत सेट ताहा भारत सरकार बा आमे पर्यंत करि पारि ना हो. So we should feel proud of that man. Every feminist of this world must feel proud that the greatest feminist of this world is Subhash Chandra Bose. We name so many people as feminists, but whenever I teach feminism in my class, I say Subhash Chandra Bose was the first feminist of this nation, this world, you can say. Because he could inspire women to be fighters, to fight in the jungle, to raise arms. Wherefore they got that faith, that confidence, that self-confidence, that inspiration to be soldiers, It is the personality of that man which reflects patriotism, a patriotism of different nature, different kind. So that is why he talked about an ideology of Samyavada. He talked about, so he was against this fascism and communism. So his ideology was based on equality, Samyavada. So he discarded the idea of communism entirely. Also, he discarded the idea of Nazism and fascism at that point of time. He had his own vision. Although he was not a theorist, he has not written any theory, but it was his vision, it was his future plan for India, that we will have our own ideology. We will not follow the ideology of any other nation to be free, to be an independent nation, because he was sure in his mind that unless we have a free ideology, again we will be the slave of others. Then another aspect of his nationalism was to develop a strong government. Because unless you have a strong government, you cannot give security to your people. How could Britishers come to India and they rule us? Just because we had no strong government, a central government at that time. Nawab, kings, monarchs, they were divided in the name of religion or reason, culture. There was no unity. So Subhash Chandra Bose said that unless you have a strong government, you cannot have a strong nation. You cannot provide security to the people of this nation. So the main task of every government is to provide security to the people. Security is the basis of existence. असुरक्षित भाव ही मनुष्यको हिंसा आडको ले जाए. If people will feel secure, not only in terms of enemy attack, but also कड़ा सुना नहीं जबर क्या बुझे तो कड़ा दा फोन करथिल वापी दई कड़ा कम कर
Dr. Pati,
आज्ञा
we are able to, it is audible.
So a strong government not only provide you army or police to provide you security, rather there will be security of food, there will be security of education, security of health, security of honor, dignity for women, for children. So what a visionary he was at that point of time, you can well imagine. Because he was convinced in his mind that time will come, India will get freedom. He was sure about that. That is why he had a planning system in his mind. He set up a planning committee for that in 1939, and the entire responsibility he gave to Nehru. So he was of the opinion that again there is another aspect of his nationalism, was a common culture. Culture gives you identity, and identity gives you nationality. Nationality is nothing but an identity for you. I'm an Indian. When I say that, I say it with proud, with all dignity and pride. So I feel proud of that I'm an Indian. And that Indianness defines my existence. How I will live, how I will, what I will believe, how I will go ahead, what will be my goals. That is determined by your culture. Your culture teaches you in what direction you want to go, whether you want to believe in like Machiavelli and is the means or means the end. That is being taught to you by your culture. You see, if you go through history, that Ramachandra has sacrificed everything for the nation. Krishna has tried for his best to save the nation, and that is why he created Mahabharata. This is our culture. This is our heritage. Shivaji. I can name so many people. Surendra Sai. The best example is in our home. At our home, you find the best example, that is Surendra Sai. What type of life you need to live. को प्रकार जीवन यापन करिवो को प्रकार आदर्श रखिवो बोध वीर सुरेंद्र साय को ठारू बहुत बड़ा आदर्श हम पई संबलपुरिया मान को पई के नथिबे. You cannot find a person like Surendra Sai, one who had nothing, no army, no armed forces, still then he was fighting with a group of people to protect his land. So if it is not indemutably bigger than what it is, and if we can learn from these type of people, then where from you will learn? So that is why there must be a common culture for Indians. No doubt we are Odias or Biharis or Punjabis, but first of all we are Indians. And whenever there comes a question of Indianness or India, we must be ready to sacrifice these and everything for us. Our reason, our self, our economy, everything. Then another aspect of his nationalism is self-reliance. You will have to be self-reliant, otherwise people will not respect you. Today Pakistan is not respected by anybody. Why? Because they are not self-reliant. India may be a poor country. India may not have the per capita income of other developed countries, but we are self-respected. We are self-reliant. Each and every Indian earns his own bread. Unlike Pakistanis, one who are depending on China or America for their sustenance. So if you want to be respected by community of the nations of this world, then you will have to be self-reliant. You will have to rely on yourself. Atmanirbharashila. You will have to depend on yourself. On your feet you will have to. Every Indian must realize that. And by the way only you can defend your nation. Unless there is economic development, there can be no social development and political development and development of the military or power of the nation. So that is why every Indian must contribute for that. So if these are the aspects of nationalism of Subhash Chandra Bose. Now if anybody will analyze this, what you will see? That he was not only a visionary by words or theorist whose main duty is to create theory for people. No. He had practiced every idea of this in his lifetime. That is why I say that he is the best icon for this nation. Don't search any other icon in this world to be a good man, to be a patriot, to be a nationalist. Even Vivek, you find almost all the ideas of series of thinkers. Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Aurobindo Ghosh, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. It has been realized by Subhash Chandra Bose. But unfortunately, he was not supported by many of the leaders at that point of time. Although they had difference of opinion, they had different types of ideology. It was there, no doubt about that, no problem there also. He did not blame anybody for anything. And if you go through his entire life, he had given different speeches. He has not blamed anybody for anything. That is the greatness of that man. He had lived a life of a simple man. That is the greatness of that man. Perhaps he was unparallelably wise than anybody else in India. He qualified for civil service. He had a knowledge of the culture of this nation, history of this nation, religion of this nation, economy of this nation. He was such a wise man. And every Indian should feel proud that he is the posterity of that man. हमें प्रत्येक भारतीय माने गर्व करवा उचित जे हमें सुभाष चंद्र बोस कर दायाद. And we should always be ready to sacrifice whatever we can for the sake of this nation, to build this nation into a huge nation. The earlier speaker, Professor Naik, was telling that today it is unfortunate that people are only giving a tribute to these great sons of the motherland at certain occasions, certain times, and we are not ready to follow the path of these people. Rather, we are becoming corrupt, we are becoming characterless, and at the same time, we are living two lives, a dual life, where in front of the people we are honest, but when we come to a personal life, we are 100% dishonest. It will continue. It will be there at that point of time. Also, it will be there. So we should not be discouraged by that. We should not be discouraged. In every age, you find Kansa and Krishna, Rama and Ravana. People will be there. They will be there. They will live. We'll have to dominate them. Unfortunately, today, in the political world and economic world, you find corrupt people, characterless people. They are dominating. So now time has come. In spite of blaming each another, everybody, whoever has a love for this nation, or whoever has some patriotism within himself, respect for this nation, must fight tooth and nail to dominate such type of people. So today, the time has come. We should take a vow that we will preach the ideas of Subhash Chandra Bose, the ideas of Veer Surendra Shah to all parts of the world, and we will show them that this is perhaps the best path to be followed to make our nation a strong nation among the nations of the world in this universe. We will teach them how to maintain human existence, how humanism can contribute, how peace can be established in this world, how freedom for every individual can be achieved. मैं प्रत्येक संघर्ष करवा उचित प्रत्येक नागरिक भारतर गोटे संपूर्ण स्वाधीन जीवन यापन कर खाली भारत कहीं पृथ्वीर प्रत्येक नागरिक केमी गोटे स्वतंत्र जीवन यापन कर स्वतंत्रता क्षुधारू, स्वतंत्रता दारिद्र्यतारू, स्वतंत्रता हिंसारू, आतंकवादरू समस्ते किपरि पाई पारिबे सेइथिपाई आमे समस्त सचेष्टित हवा. And it is the responsibility of this nation. We should not think that we are old, we are useless, we cannot do anything. No, we will have to teach forcibly to this new generation. You will have to go by this. This is the best way for you. Go by the path of Subhash Chandra Bose and Veer Surendra Shah, or Vivekananda, or Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Then only we can be a great nation. There lies our salvation. Not following the culture of the Western world, not following the culture which tells people to be selfish, to be nasty, to be brutish, to be egoistic. Rather, we must follow a culture which is human, which is based on humanitarian consideration, which is based on sensitivity for others, which is based on compassion for others, which is based on love for others, amity for others. So if you follow this, and if we feel our depth, we'll try for our best. So today, all of us, when we're present here, we must take a vow that we will do this. We'll teach our next generation the greatness of our people, the greatness of our culture, the greatness of our heritage, the greatness of our history. then only we can build a nation which will be full of proud citizens, nationalists, one who will be able or who will be always ready to sacrifice their life, their property, their education, everything for the sake of this nation. So once again, I thank you, all these great people who are before me. Whatever I could speak, I have done that. Whether I have done justice to the great two personalities, Veer Surendra Sai or Subhash Chandra Bose, I do not know, because I lack that ability. As a human being, I have limitations, and I'm not able, I'm not capable to say something about these two great persons. Basanta Sir is there. He is a master in Subhash Chandra Bose. He has presented a paper in the seminar in Sambalpur University. Then all of you are reading and writing about Subhash Chandra Bose, about Vivekananda, about the great sons of this nation. So I salute all of you from the core of my heart. If there is any mistake, or by mistake if I have said anything, I back up all of you. So thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Pathi, for your magnanimity. And you provide us a new idea about the nationalism of Netaji Subhash Bose. We are very much grateful to you. We extend our thanks to you from Vivekananda Kendra Kanyakumari Sambalpur branch. But just I want to add one thing. How Netaji was also responsible for independence of India. It is a story of 1956. When Clement Attlee visited India after India's independence in the year 1956, a question was asked to him, Mr. Attlee, are you all afraid of Mahatma Gandhi, that racket fakir? His non-violence compelled you to leave India. Then Mr. Attlee replied, no, yes, Mahatma Gandhi was responsible, and we pay our utmost respect to his non-violence. But at the same time, Netaji Subhash Bose was also responsible to take such a decision to leave India. This was the statement of Clement Attlee in the year 1956. And he told that by that time, the Azad Hind Fauj and maximum soldiers of Indian Army and Indian Navy, they were against the British government, British India government. And that was also the main reason, and it was due to Netaji Subhash Bose. Thank you, sir. Finally, I would like to request Rajesh Bhai, शांति मंत्र पाठ करिक आज कार्यक्रम को आम समाप्ति करवा. राजेश भाई.